All right, so my name is again Rob Rosidor. This is my amazing wife Elizabeth Rosidor, and so we're going to share about family groups. You know, what makes us grateful for family groups. Olu and I, we go to the same barber. Okay, and as you can tell, this is what makes us handsome. We go to the same barber, right? And we love our barber, right, Olu?
Yeah, we love them. Cool kids.
And as a matter of fact, I was getting a haircut yesterday, and Olu called me, and I was like, Olu, I'm over here with our barber getting a haircut, right? And then I think the thing that's definitely unfortunate is that, so my haircut should take about 30 minutes, right? And yesterday I was getting a haircut, it took an hour and a half for me to get a haircut. The reason why it took an hour and a half was because my barber talked about suicide, he talked about depression, he talked about like when he's in his when he's at home, he cries every single day, right? And he was like, when it comes to my family, I was never raised by a man. I don't have relationships. I don't have men in my life at all, right? That broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? That broke my heart just hearing that. I'm trying to be like, you know, not emotional about this, but we said, like I sat there and listened to him, and I just thought about like our family group, right? I mean, I don't struggle with those things, but it feels good to know that when it comes to our family group, so with the whole IT outage that happened like 3 weeks ago, right? It was a nightmare for me and my job. I worked like 18 hours straight, during that time. And so I sat down working and stuff like that. I'm stressed out. We have our boss, like, where are we? Just pressure. Then I have like team members, like messaging us saying like, hey, I worked 27 hours straight. And I'm sitting there just anxious. And I just text the men in my family group, like, guys, I'm stressed right now. Like, I want to quit right now. And it felt good for the guys in my family group to text me back, hey, we're praying for you. Rob, how you doing, right? And the next day to follow up, Rob, how are you doing, right? And so when I was speaking to my barber yesterday, I was like, hey man, I know you're not into the Bible like that and God, but I would love to just hang out with you. You know what I'm saying? I would love to introduce you to the guys that I have amazing relationships with. He was like, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And so, as I said before, when it comes to what we have in Jesus, right, and what Jesus done for us, let's not take our family groups for granted. We're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? There's things we could get better and do better, right? But there's people that's willing to, that's literally in depression. They want to take their lives because they don't have this right here. Amen?
Amen. Wow. Good morning, everyone. So one way that I'm super grateful for our family group is just the relationships that our children have. Like our family group, we have a range of children from literal newborns with the Matthews just having a baby and, smaller babies and all the way up to elementary age kids. But it's just been extremely touching to see how those children have become fond of each other over time. And they look forward to spending time with each other. Like our son, so we have a 4-year-old. Well, he's 4.5. Make sure you say 4.5 because he will correct you if you call him a 4-year-old. But he literally has memorized where his little friends live. Like I was taking him to a bike park and I had to drive through a certain neighborhood in Smyrna. And we were driving, he was looking out the window and he was like, are we going to E-Ray's house? And I was like, no, we're not going to E-Ray's house. We're just going to the park. Or one day I was taking a shortcut to work and I had to take the streets through Atlanta Road to get to Midtown. And again, he's looking out the window and he's like, are we going to Caden's house? And I was like, no, you're going to school and I'm going to work. We're not going to Caden's house. So it's just been that excitement that Jasmine shared about, always excited to see who's coming over for family group or where are we going, whose house that we're going to. And little Michael Thomas just had his birthday party yesterday and it was really encouraging to see all the children there playing together. So it makes me think I want to share Psalms 133:1. And it says, how good and pleasant is it when God's people live together in unity. And I think about this, sometimes we may forget, like, children are a part of God's people and how pleasant it is when they live in harmony, right? Because we know they don't always live in harmony, right? When we have midweeks, we're like breaking up, somebody's not sharing, somebody's crying, somebody threw a ball at each other's head. Like, it's not always harmony, but how good is it when they are living in harmony, when they're loving each other, when they're encouraging each other? I think the scriptures also challenge us to not give up meeting together, and I really wanted to drill down on that as it relates to family groups, because we are a family group of entrepreneurs. There's people with corporate jobs, there's people with multiple children. So how easy would it be to give up meeting together? Like, let's be for real. It's a Wednesday night at 7:30 on a school night. Like, it is so easy to just be like, sorry, that doesn't work for our season of life. But I'm super grateful because I think our family group has been very faithful in communicating with each other and just being flexible. Like, we, came together and was like, hey, sometimes it doesn't work to meet at 7:30. Can you guys do 6 o'clock tonight? Can we swap a Wednesday and do a fun family outing on a Friday? Can we swap a Wednesday and men and women do D group on Saturday? So just the ability to be flexible with each other instead of just giving up meeting together has been extremely, extremely encouraging. So I also wanted to touch briefly on Acts 2, which, talks about breaking bread together. I think that's something that our family group does really well. Anytime that we meet together, we actually have meals. Like, we got to feed these kids, and it's 7 o'clock. Sometimes kids come to midweek in their pajamas because we're literally meeting, and then they're going home and going straight to bed. So I think about how much more that allows us to build family by breaking bread together. And even the Petties, I don't think they're here, have taken on hosting men and women's D groups when we have that, and I always look forward to D group. I know I'm supposed to look forward to it for D group, but they always have a spread of food that is amazing. So shout out to them for that. But these are just some of the ways that we encourage one another. We look forward to meeting together. The children look forward to meeting together. Like Rob said, are we perfect? No. Is there a perfect group? No. But I think the fact that we are faithful in wanting to be in each other's lives, to have our children be in each other's lives, that's the most important thing. So.